This short film is about the Albert Road LTN in Kingston Upon Thames. This low traffic network is typical of many that have been installed across London. It comprises of Albert Road, Victoria Road and Church Road. A modal filter has been installed at the junction between Hawks Road and Albert Road. The TfL website StreetSpace describes the aim of an LTN as being to make it easier to maintain social distancing, to help people to walk and cycle more often, to reduce car use and to reduce air pollution. Since the installation of the LTN in Albert Road, there has been a large increase in the amount of traffic on Hawks Road. This traffic is regularly backed up the entire length of the road, and crossing the road has become more difficult and dangerous because of this backed up traffic. Social distancing is impossible to maintain due to the narrow pavements and the increased amount of traffic. Because of limited road space, more cyclists are using the pavement. This has become an added hazard to pedestrians. A simple survey of pedestrians and cyclists in the area, taken at any time of day, will find very substantially more pedestrians and cyclists using Hawks Road than the roads within the LTN. This is because all of the local amenities, with the exception of the entrance to the infant school, are along Hawks Road. The chemist, the pub, the post office, the local shops, the entrance to the park and the entrance to the junior school. In addition, Hawks Road is the most direct route for many people going to and from Kingston. It is also a route used by young people going to local schools, colleges and the university. TfL recently commissioned a study into the effectiveness of LTNs. This concentrated on evaluating the changes in people's car use. Over a series of 3 surveys, the writers found only small reductions in daily car use and ownership. The study did not take into account the increased congestion on boundary roads or the resultant exposure to increased pollution suffered by the wider community. The unspoken concept of the LTN seems to be to make life difficult and unpleasant for the motorist, while making walking and cycling easier. However, most LTNs are failing to achieve this because LTNs are normally on streets with no local amenities and do not constitute direct routes that most people want to use on a daily basis. In addition, LTNs are usually quiet roads with ample off-street parking, as opposed to the roads which border them. These usually have lower quality housing and limited off-street parking. It follows that car ownership within the LTN is probably much higher than outside the area. It is obvious that displacing traffic from a wealthy car-owning area onto a poorer non-car owning area is going to cause great resentment. LTNs are therefore a highly divisive transport policy which pits these two communities against each other. LTNs do not provide a substantial reduction in car use or a substantial reduction in car ownership. They do not lower air pollution for the wider community or provide useful pedestrian routes. They divide communities. A far simpler, fairer scheme would be for the council to remove car parking from all council buildings, including schools, sell off all council-owned car parks, ban any new car parking facilities in new constructions, charge companies for work-based car parking spaces, and the most important measure would be to remove on-street residential parking from in front of houses when they are sold. This scheme would take time to work and would cost money, but it would be seen to be fair and would give concrete, easily measurable shifts in car ownership and use. At present, LTNs provide nice, quiet car parking facilities for a few residents of the area, whilst the wider community who actually use their streets suffer in the displaced pollution and noise.